Hi, folks. I'm Rachel, and after a very, very long break, welcome back to Java's Reptile Room. I know it's been a long time since I've recorded a video. I am okay. Everything is all right-ish now. I unfortunately had some very unexpected and tragic losses in my reptile room, as well as a couple health-related things for me that were going on. But yes, unfortunately I lost my 10-month-old white throat monitor, Noggy. I barely even got to introduce him to you guys. He was in a couple of shorts when he was real little, when I was first socializing him and getting him to eat from tongs and sit on my hand and things like that. But he unfortunately was not long for this world. I had to drive him to a veterinary surgical specialist about 4 hours away, and x-rays with my regular herp vet showed he had what looked like either full or near full bowel obstruction. And my regular herp vet is absolutely wonderful. However, they're not an emergency vet and they don't have emergency hours. And on top of that, they were down a couple of vets because there was a flu going around. So they were not able to take him into emergency surgery that day or even the next morning. So that very next morning, my husband and I drove him up north of here to a absolutely wonderful vet called Pender Veterinary Associates. They are in Alexandria, Virginia. They did his surgery that day. It turned out fascinating and tragic that he had a very large bladder stone. Reptiles, just like dogs, cats, and humans, sometimes they make bladder stones. They have a propensity towards that issue, and apparently he did. And he strained so hard to get that bladder stone out that he prolapsed his own bladder into his colon. So his own bladder was his bowel obstruction. Crazy, right? Absolutely crazy. The vets had never seen anything like it. He may actually even be in a paper one day, which would be interesting. But the surgery went as well as it could, but as extensive as it was, and there was also loss of blood flow to his lower extremities because the intestines had basically twisted around the bladder as well. And so we weren't sure if blood flow was going to be fully restored or not. So he did pass away 2 days later. Thankfully, I was able to bring him home. So he did pass away in his own surroundings where he was actually, at least comfortable. He was actually just resting on my shoulder when he took his last breath. And it sucked. It was really, really hard. And so it's been really difficult to record and talk about other monitors when I lost my little buddy. That's that. I also suddenly lost one of my young Savannahs. Have no idea why that happened. He didn't suffer. He was completely fine one day and then gone the next. So that's all any of us could ask for, is just to go peacefully in our sleep, right? So all that being said, I am back. And I do have, excuse me, I do have a pretty exciting announcement to make and something very cool to share with you guys. And that will involve taking a trip to see Paul and Quasi. So let's go over there. You wait. No, sir. Hi, folks. This is a very hungry Quasimodo. Come here, buddy. Come on. Come on. No, no, no. It's okay. Look. There. Okay. No. There we go. So what I did there, he was definitely interested in my fingers. And it was just a just food response. So what I did was I just turned his whole body on my arm to kind of disorient him. And it's kind of the same idea that you may have seen like on Nerd's channel. Kevin McCurley talks about when a snake is getting maybe a little fixated on your face or getting very upset and angry and is going to bite because it's being defensive or scared, is to just turn. And it's kind of the same idea with a monitor. So just by flipping like this, and I still had him. He was still hanging on to me. Everybody was safe, but it was just a good way to get him to stop being fixated on me like that. Today is a bit of a special day. As you guys know, I did unfortunately lose Nagi, my white throat monitor. Still very much miss him and always will. He was a very special little guy. Anyway, long story short, Quasi and I have, from the beginning, have always had a little bit of a special bond, a little bit of a special understanding. So I obviously, told my friend Paul about what had happened, and he very graciously offered to let me take Quasimodo home. So that's what's going to be happening today. We're doing just a very truncated session with him, just feeding him a little bit. And then I'm going to be transferring him into a transport box, and hopefully that will go fairly smoothly. And we'll talk about what we're doing there in ways to make things like transport as seamless and as stress-free as possible. There's always going to be an element of stress to transporting your animal, but we're going to try and make this as easy on Quasi and the humans as we can. So I'm going to grab a little bit more fish here. I have a transport box down here. I'm just going to move this over. All right, I'm going to start leading him down, and what I'm planning to do is leave this bowl of fish in there with him so that when he hopefully relaxes, he'll have a positive experience in the box as well. Come on, Quaz. Come on. Mm-hmm. Good boy. I'm not going to immediately close him up. I'm going to give him a few more little bites and keep this positive association going. Get your tail in there. All right, now I'm going to set this in here. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, go ahead and take that away for a second. He knows something's going on now. Get your fish. Get your fish. Good boy. Right, I'm going to let him start taking a bite. He's checking out the blanket. That's all right. Here, you want another fish? Another fish piece? Yeah, good boy. All right, now I'm going to slowly just put this on top. All right, locking everything. And he is completely fine. Slightly, wondering what's going on, but not scared. And he's about to go and eat his fish. Yep. And now we're just going to cover for security, for him to feel a little more secure and to help him feel secure on his drive home. All right. That was perfection. He did so great. All right, so Quasi is now down here in his transport box. He's quiet. I'm assuming he's probably still finishing up the last little bit of his fish, but the main thing is that was not a stressful experience for him. He learned going into a box is okay. There are good things that happen when I go into the box. I get treats. So I'm going to be taking him home shortly once I gather up some of his things to keep things as familiar as possible for him in his new home. So yes, Quasi is here now, and he is here to stay. And as you can see, we are doing quite well. His trust in me has come a long way, and I'm getting more and more trustful of him. It takes time on both sides. Excuse my appearance and my hair. As you can see, it's pretty hard to keep things looking good with this beast on me. Don't climb off of me. Oh, buddy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Nope. Oh, Come on. There we go. He's gotten a lot more. He's gotten a lot more explorative. He wants to get off me and explore, so we've got to get some harness training and going on. I'm going to put him back, and I'm going to finish this video. Okay. Woo. Yeah, there's no keeping a ponytail with a monitor climbing on your head. That's for sure. Yes, he's here now. He's here to stay. I am overjoyed. As you can see, we've come a long way, and I love him so much. I really do. He is my boy. He's my boy for life. And yeah, I get emotional just thinking about the fact that after all this time working together, he gets to be mine. I'll always miss my Noggy boy, my white throat monitor. There's no such thing as replacing an animal, but I have a piece of my heart back. I always forget to mention this in videos. I do sessions both in person and virtual, depending on where you're located. Most of the time it's virtual sessions with you and your monitor lizard or your tegu, your iguana, really any lizard. I've even done leopard geckos and bearded dragons, which I'll eventually post on here because it's so cute and fun. And because yes, there are leopard geckos and bearded dragons who have issues. Anyway, if you are interested in booking a session with me, just shoot me a message here. YouTube has the function now where you can actually direct message people, I think it used to, and then they brought it back. I don't know. Or message me on Instagram or Facebook, and we can work it out. I have clients that I work with that are local to me, that I do in person, as well as across the US and even other countries that I do virtual sessions with. So your location is not a problem. Anyway, just let me know if you would like to book a session to work on socializing your animal. All that being said, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. Have fun monitoring.